It's JB, Jeremy Borash, along with the Professor Mike today. Get ready. Big three-way tag team match. We're going to show you what happened this week when it was the Wolves against Tigre, Uno, and Sonata against the Bromans. We'll show you what happened right here on Explosion.
JB, ImpactWrestling.com match of the week. It's a good one. We take you back to 2011, our Sacrifice pay-per-view event. X Division Championship at stake. Kazarian defending against Max Buck.
Get ready for that and get ready for this. We're about to head to the ring. Explosion exclusive action coming your way.
The following Knockouts contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the island of Tonga, Lady Tapa.
Get set. What a treat. Knockouts action this week on Explosion. What a way to kick things off. Professor Mike today. Lady Tapa taking on Gail Kim. And a matchup that we have seen these two broken apart. Now at odds at different sides of the fence. And tonight we're going to see them lock horns on Explosion.
Always special when we have the Knockouts on Explosion. And the Amazon Lady Tapa against a very familiar opponent, as you mentioned.
And our opponent from Toronto, Canada, Gail Kim!
Year after year, this woman, Gail Kim, voted #1 female wrestler in the world. By websites, by magazines, by everyone. Gail Kim certainly has shown her dominance in Impact Wrestling in a very storied career since arriving, becoming the very first Knockouts champion years ago, all the way to today, where she stands across the ring from a former foe, former friend, now foe in Lady Tapa.
Yeah, hard to deny those credentials for Gail Kim. 3 times she has held the Knockouts championship. And while Madison Rayne has more title reigns than Gail Kim, in terms of overall time with the championship, Gail #1. And of course, the history between these two. Lady Tapa, the associate of Gail Kim, assisting her in many victories over the past several months. But that relationship, absolutely history, JB.
It is history, and you have to know that while Gail Kim can't compete with the size, can't compete with the strength, the power of Lady Tapa, however, where Gail Kim has the experience has the advantage is the experience, Mike. And as we see right now, when you're in the ring with somebody the size of Tapa, you can have all the experience in the world, but you flat out overpowered. There's not much you can do.
And when you think back and you look at that matchup that they had recently on Impact Wrestling, that was the story that we all witnessed. The Amazon, the power advantage that Lady Tapa brings, she was able to exploit it up to a certain point, just like we're seeing here tonight on Explosion. But in the end, it was that experience edge of Gail Kim that prevailed. We'll see what happens tonight. The return match here on Explosion.
Such a great matchup here. And, of course, every week out on Explosion. And look at this. Lady Tapa taking it to Gail Kim. And Tapa has just been relentless. But at the same time, Gail Kim, look at the opponents that she has left. Her dust as she climbs to the top of the rankings. And certainly still looking to get that Knockouts championship away from Madison Rayne.
We're going to see if Gail Kim, who tried a kick or two to the legs of Lady Tapa, if she's going to follow up on that kind of offense. Because what we saw in the match on Impact Wrestling was Gail trying to take the much larger, much taller Lady Tapa down to the mat, make her the same size, and then try and attack her with offensive moves. We'll see if that's the same game plan, the same strategy for Gail, able to drop down and hop all the way out to the floor.
This matchup between the TNA Knockouts, Gail Kim and Lady Tapa, will continue when we return on Explosion. We are back. This is Explosion exclusive action. It's Lady Tapa. It's Gail Kim, TNA Knockouts going at it. And certainly during the break, we saw the dominance of Lady Tapa on display.
Yeah, now Lady Tapa is going to try and get back inside the ring and try and put Gail Kim away. How huge would this be for the career of Lady Tapa going forward if she's able to put that win over Gail Kim on her resume? And this is the strategy that we anticipated before the commercial break. Gail's ability to get Lady Tapa down on the mat. And now, going to go figure 4 leg lock. How about that?
We have seen Gail Kim perform this submission maneuver before on many opponents, but I dare say, Mike, nobody with the tree trunks, the size, the legs of Lady Tapa, and she has it applied in the center of the ring.
Ring positioning is great for Gail Kim. So many times we've seen her use that figure four, wrapping her opponent's legs around the steel post, the ring post. This time, she's got Lady Tapa with the submission move. Of course, Lady Tapa going to try and position herself, going to try and get towards the rope, so close, just an inch or two away, reaches and grabs and gets the rope break.
You got to think, too, Mike, at this point in the matchup, while Gail Kim taught Lady Tapa many things out of her playbook, she didn't teach her everything, and Gail Kim still with plenty of tricks up her sleeve. But the question is, can she compete with somebody the size of Tapa? And right now, laying those boots into the ropes now, does not connect. And oh, wow, look at that. Tries to pick up Tapa. Probably a bad move. Probably a bad idea. Look at that. Tapa just rains down on the back of the neck with an elbow on Gail Kim.
And if you are Lady Tapa, you always have to be aware of the signature moves of Gail Kim, including Eat Defeat, the one that was the difference maker in the recent matchup on Impact Wrestling. Check that out, the jawbreaker from Gail. Gonna go full speed into the corner. Just throws her body at Tapa, who caught her, gut wrenches her up to her shoulder.
Wow. Tapa had that scouted. However, Gail Kim slips over now, trying to take her down for a sunset flip. Think again, Gail Kim just too much. Too much of Tapa to try and get over. Now rakes the eyes. A strong way that Tapa really was able to forecast that maneuver coming in from Gail Kim, but not able to put the exclamation point on the end of that sentence. Gail Kim able to recover now in the driver's seat.
Series of strikes in the corner by Gail. Going to try and follow up the edge that she has, but again, here comes the power game of Tapa. Wow, rocked her. Back-to-back headbutts. And a third.
Picks up Gail Kim and scoops body slam, and Tapa now looks to be in control. Can she maximize this momentum? Goes for a very lazy, nonchalant cover, and that may be the inexperience. You can't take out Gail Kim with something like that. A big leg drop.
That might do it.
It doesn't go for the cover. Got to question that as well, especially with the momentum she had going in. Now climbing to the second rope.
Uh-oh. Trouble for Gail here. If Tapa connects with this could be the victory that she brags about the rest of her career. Oh, Gail got the boot up.
And now looking to capitalize
Here
once
comes,
again.
Here comes.
Eat defeat on Lady Tapa. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and Gail Kim gets the win.
Your winner, Gail Kim!
Well, superiority proven once again. Back-to-back wins for Gail Kim over her former associate, Lady Tapa. Check this out. Waving goodbye to Lady Tapa.
Well, certainly with that victory, Gail Kim in the driver's seat. Look out, Madison Rain. Look out, Knockouts Championship. Gail Kim, your winner on Explosion. There are 3 types of combat sports. There's MMA. There's professional wrestling. And by far, to me, the most dangerous is leg wrestling. Leg wrestling. Leg wrestling.
The Beautiful People was always just mine and Velvet's baby. And we've always loved it. The fans have always supported it. And, you know, like Velvet said, it's been a while, you know, since we've seen each other, since we've talked. And I just feel like so much time has gone by, and it's just, now's the time. Now it just feels right.
This is TNA Wrestling superstar Eric Young. The wrestling moves you see me perform on Explosion are extremely dangerous and should not be attempted by anyone. It takes years of special training to become a professional wrestler, and the risk of getting hurt or injured is still very real. So please, please, don't try this at home or anywhere else, and leave the action to the professionals. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the show.
You know, they say that when you die, your life flashes right before you. And when Ken Anderson Mike checked me into that coffin, my career flashed before my face. In London, when Ken Anderson mic checked me into that coffin, my entire career flashed before me. And as I'm laying face down in that coffin, I can hear everybody chanting for Ken. I asked myself, is this really the way you want to go out? Is this the last thing you want the people to remember of your career? I wasn't really sure of myself. I got a phone call from the woman who used to own this company, or used to be the general manager, or whatever she used to be, Dixie Carter. She comes up to Hell's Kitchen. She throws her womanly ways at me. Wasn't working. She threw her money at me. Wasn't working. She threw a T-bone steak at me. She almost had me. Said if there was ever a moment that I could kind of give back to the fans that have supported me for more than 20 years, whether they love me or hate me or whatever, they've always been there for me. If I could just make it right, could I make it right in just one night? And I figured lockdown would be the best place. I figured making sure that MVP and Team MVP won that match, and MVP could come in and maybe take control of TNA and, take the bull by the horns and really steer this company in the right direction.